Tom, what would you like to see?
Well, since I retired some time ago, the policy area that I'm giving most attention to is cycling. And today, I took the train to London Bridge Station and cycled on my folding bicycle from there to here. And what it reminded me of was when I first became a London cyclist in 1973, how awful conditions were then. And on that road, which is what? Southwark Street, Stamford Street, they're just as bad now as they were then. But then I came to the Blackfriars Bridge Road, and I really think there were more passengers on bicycles travelling along that road than on the train that took me to London Bridge Station. So it's proved itself an extremely effective way of moving people on fairly short journeys in London. And what made Blackfriars Road and Bridge like that was the policy for cycle superhighways that Boris Johnson launched as Mayor of London. He said it was the most difficult thing in his life, and he'd done in his life, and you might say it was the only useful thing he'd done in his life as well. I won't go into that. But my reasons for being so enthusiastic about cycle transport are that it's faster, it's healthier, it's cheaper, it's more sustainable, and it's delightful. I had some of the delight today and all the other advantages, but despite all that's been done in London over my 50 years of cycling, we have not got a cycle network. We haven't got a plan for a cycle network. What we've got is bits of cycleway, a bit as though you put a telephone line from London Bridge to Vauxhall, and then it didn't go any further in London. And so people might well use that telephone, but the usage is nothing compared to what it would be of a proper cycleway network. And so I was very happy recently to be sent to review a book called Bicycle City by Darren Kwiatkowski, just published by Island Press. And answering the book, he argues that one of the great attractions of cycling, which you don't find in the literature, is that it's fun. And that's why you now see people taking their children to school. But I see it a lot in Greenwich, where I live. The main avenue has been pedestrianised. And in the morning, there are stacks of cargo bikes transporting children to the schools, presumably in Blackheath. And the children, as Kwiatkowski says, they're really enjoying it. They're waving at you and laughing and talking to their mother. It's quite different from the sort of tied-up prisoners you get in cars. That's one point from the book. Second, he's moved to living, I think he moved from Nebraska to Oslo. And he says that Oslo has launched a car-free livability program, which exactly coordinates with your idea for livable streets. So we agree on that, and I'll finish. Lovely quote he's got from H.G. Wells, no less. Wells wrote, "Every time I see an adult on a bicycle, I no longer despair for the future of the human race." So there's my policy: cycle network planning